Hello, and thank you for joining this special edition of the Russell Report. I'm Angela Miles, and today I have a very special guest joining me, Catherine Yoshimoto, Director of Product Management at FTSE Russell. Catherine, always a pleasure to have you join me for the Russell Report. I'm so glad you're here. I look forward to your insights about the Russell Reconstitution. Start by giving us an overview of how that process works.
Russell Reconstitution is a complete reset of the Russell U.S. indexes to ensure that all of the market changes that have occurred over the prior year are captured and reflected in the indexes. How the process works is that on rank day, which was April 30th this year, FTSE Russell ranks all eligible stocks by size based on total shares times price, applies breakpoints and banding to determine the new Russell 1000 and Russell 2000 membership. This ensures that we are capturing any changes based on nationality changes that may have occurred or other underlying security membership changes due to changes in the market. Then FTSE Russell applies float, which adjusts index weight, then calculates growth in value index membership and weights. The preliminary announcements of index changes began on May 23rd this year, and reconstitution-related index changes will take effect after the close of U.S. equity markets on June 27th.
The rebalancing of the Russell tends to be one of the most closely watched events by market participants. Explain the importance to investors.
Russell Reconstitution results in one of the busiest trading days of the year, with a record of almost $220 billion traded at the close of last year's Russell Reconstitution. Despite the higher trade volumes observed on Russell Recon Day, it is viewed largely as a liquidity event due to the transparency and communications FTSE Russell provides to the market about what is changing, giving market participants ample time to prepare for the index rebalance on Recon Day.
Can you share some of the main highlights and notable changes that investors can anticipate?
Overall, the Russell 3000 increased its total market cap 10% since last year's reconstitution to more than $58 trillion. The closely watched breakpoint between the large cap Russell 1000 and small cap Russell 2000 held steady at $4.6 billion. However, we saw the largest names in the index get bigger and the smallest names get smaller. In addition, reflecting the changing underlying company fundamentals, notably, a handful of Magnificent Seven stocks, Amazon.com, Alphabet, and Meta, moved from 100% growth to partially value at this year's reconstitution.
This year, as you know, has been highly volatile for the market. And this year, FTSE Russell made news headlines with plans to transition to a semi-annual rebalancing frequency in 2026. What's the reasoning behind that decision, and what do investors need to know?
Goals of the Russell U.S. indexes are to maintain an accurate representation of the U.S. equity markets and ensuring the practical usability of the indexes as performance benchmarks. Recent periods of increased market volatility and dispersion, coupled with strong expansion of assets benchmarked to the Russell U.S. indexes, have highlighted the need for a more regular and responsive approach to index reconstitution. This means that beginning next year from 2026, in addition to the usual June reconstitution that takes effect on the fourth Friday of June, there will be a second Russell Reconstitution which takes effect on the second Friday of November. You can read more about the decision on the paper available on our website.
One final question as we're winding down. How many assets are benchmarked to products trading in the Russell U.S. indexes?
$10 trillion is benchmarked to a Russell U.S. index, with about $2 trillion of those assets in passive index funds. This includes funds benchmarked to the well-known small-cap Russell 2000 and large-cap Russell 1000 indexes, as well as the growth and value Russell U.S. style index variants.
Well, Catherine, thank you for your time. Wonderful to get your update. I look forward to reporting on the Russell Reconstitution in the days to come.